I'm struggling with life. I could feel every needle that was passing through. It is painful. Just imagine them sewing your VJ to the anal area. But my village people came for me 3 days after I gave birth. Where is it? The doctor clothes everywhere. I get coconut head. I know the year word. Sorry if I'm getting more TMI. Hey loves, welcome back to the channel. So it's been a while since you last saw me here. Please pardon me guys. I'm trying to get my life together after giving life, and also I'm trying to get my consistency zoom back. Okay, so I feel like my life transformed overnight. Was I ready for this? Probably not. To be honest with you, I feel like God will only give you what you can handle, and I feel blessed with what He has given me. I would say I'm struggling with life. God forbid I'm not struggling with life, but I'm struggling with balancing everything, motherhood, um, my life basically before I gave birth. I'm just struggling to balance everything together. I'm also learning every single day. My life now is pretty much programmed. The notepad on my phone is probably tired of me right now because I program every single day of my life. And if I can't complete the tasks I put down on my notepad, I take it on to the next day, and so on and so forth. My baby takes 80% of my time and I'm not mad at it at all. So guys, today I'm going to be talking to you guys about motherhood, childbirth, postpartum drama, intimacy, and so on and so forth. It's really been a transformational year for me. I went from being single to being married to being pregnant and to giving birth and now to being a mom. And I wasn't even ready at all. Now I have two babies I have to be present for every day of my life. So now let's start from childbirth. Yeah. So obviously you've seen the video, my delivery video, you've seen it. If you've not seen it, I'll put the link up here, so just go and see it before you come back to this video, okay? So yeah, going over to that story. I guess you guys didn't really see the details, like I didn't really tell you guys the details, so I'm just going to be pointing out some little things that happened during my delivery. So I went for my antenatal checkup when I was 37 weeks pregnant, and I am the queen of lateness. Like when it comes to my antenatal, I go late to every of my appointments. Coming from the first hospital I was attending before the one I gave birth in, my doctor will give me 10 a.m. as a time for my appointment, and you will see me strolling into the hospital by 3 p.m. I'm sorry, guys, but being pregnant, it's hard than waking up early when you're pregnant. Mm-mm. So I was the queen of lateness, but when I got to the new hospital where I was supposed to put to bed, they told me they don't condone lateness. I'm supposed to be early. If my appointment is for 9 a.m., I should be there by 8 a.m. because if I come by 10 a.m., I won't be allowed to see the doctor. So I was punctual. My appointment was for 9 a.m. I got there around 7 a.m. and I had to wait till 8 a.m. And I got into the hospital, did my vitals and all that. And when it was time to see the doctor, I saw the doctor and they ran all the tests I wanted to do, and she told me I cannot go home. I thought it was a joke. My parents actually called that morning, and it was my dad's birthday that morning, so he called and I was wishing him happy birthday, and he was asking me how you doing. I told him I'm at the hospital and they told me I'm not going to go home. Every one of us thought it was a joke. We just thought, okay, maybe I just have some little issues that the doctor just need to check, and in the evening I'll be on my way home. And when I saw, okay, I was referred from that first doctor to another doctor, and I had to go through a secretary before I could see the doctor to check me. And can you imagine what the secretary was telling me? She was like, "Oh, ma'am, we are booked for today. You can't see the doctor today. You have to go and come back next week, Thursday." And I'm like, is something wrong with you? I am booked to see the doctor today. You're telling me I should go and come back next week Thursday. What if something is actually really, really very wrong with me? So other people there, they're like, please attend to the pregnant woman. If she wants to see the doctor, let her see the doctor. She's heavy. So we're all said and done with the crowd that was out there talking on my behalf. So she actually booked an appointment and I saw the doctor. When I saw the doctor was like, you were to see me, right? I was like, yeah. It was like, you were referred from the first doctor to me. I said, yeah. And he was like, madam, your case is critical. We have to take you to the labor room right now. And my heart jumped. I was like, oh my god, I'm not ready. I'm literally not ready. I've not even bought everything on the list. There was one of my video I told you guys that the baby list they gave to me was like my bride price list. The things in there were much. So I've just gone halfway with buying the baby stuff. I've not even bought everything. And he was like, tell your husband to go home and bring your baby things. You're going to be admitted. We're going to watch you. And if you can go home, you go home. But if you can't, you stay. I remember I was like, please, I want to go home. I want to give birth today. I'm not ready. All these things was just out of fear. It was not as though I wasn't even ready to give birth, because when I'm home, I'm begging the baby, oh my god, I'm so tired, please, can't you just come out? I'm so tired. But when it was time to, do the do, I was really, really very scared. So obviously you saw in that video, I cried, I was scared. I was admitted in the labor ward, and before you know it, I gave birth after 3 hours of strong labor. At first, my contractions were manageable after I was induced, because the doctor was like, I have to give birth because my baby's amniotic fluid was finished, so I just have to give birth, if not my baby was gonna die. So I was induced, and before the induction, my contractions were manageable, and I was like, if this is how labor pain is, then it's not painful at all, not knowing that the real pain was coming at the front. So after my induction, that was where the real pain started. In that video, I did not show how much I screamed, because um that clip, that part of the delivery wasn't on clip. So I screamed and screamed for 3 hours. I cried, and I even lost my voice while screaming. The nurses said I was going to put to bed by 12 a.m. in the morning, but the pain was very, very unbearable. Like, the pain was, oh my god. I can't imagine the pain right now because it's giving me nostalgia. But the pain was intense. The pain, oh my god, God bless women. The pain, the pain, the pain. And mine was just 3 hours. There were women all over the place that were screaming for days. Mine was just 3 hours, and I could tell you that the pain was fire. So when it was 11:45, I told my husband, I can't do this anymore. Please, this baby should just come out. I can't. I was literally crying. I told them to go call the nurse because I was feeling a push, and they were like, don't push, don't push. And I had to close my eyes and pray. I told God, God, if the nurses said they're not going to come and do something about delivering me until 12 a.m., please just do your thing. I just want to put to bed right now. And to the glory of God, your baby girl gave birth 5 minutes after that prayer. My baby just popped out. And because the nurses weren't there to help me when I was having those push, they actually came later on when my husband told them, oh, he could see the head. They actually came and helped me put to bed. But they came late because already I had torn myself and I had third-degree tear. Yeah, this tear was very, very intense. It was from my VJ down to my, it was really, really very terrible. So after I gave birth, and the joy and the happiness and everything, the pain ceased, and another doctor came. I was like, madam, lie down, open your leg, I want to stitch you. Gave me injection in that place. Oh my god, oh my god. Have you ever taken injection in your arm or in this place? Top more of down there. Oh my god. They gave me 2 injections. I think it was to numb the place so I don't feel the stitches. But guys, I could feel every needle that was passing through the stitch. Like I could feel him stitching. It was like the anesthetics he gave to me did not work at all. I could feel it. I was literally screaming the whole place down. I was screaming the hospital down. The doctor was like, "Ah, we just needed to shook your mouth. Open up. Do you want me to leave you like that?" I was like, "No." So I had my husband. It was like a second childbirth. It was intense. So I had to really hold him to be able to bear the pain, and he stitched it. And when it was done, oh my god, like thinking about it, it is painful. Like I couldn't feel. I couldn't turn. Anywhere I turn to, the pain just bites. Oh my god. And they gave me water to have my bath, and I was thinking a nurse would come help have my bath, but no. I was alone in the bathroom, and I was shaking. I was in pain, very, very intense pain. I was bleeding, like blood was just coming out. Not intense bleeding though, just normal bleeding from giving birth. And I managed to have my bath, and the rest was history. So guys, remember I told you guys in my last video that I had hemoglobin issues. So with all the vitamins, what I call the vitamins, with all the medications I was given and the food they recommended for me to eat, everything worked to the glory of God. It worked, and I wasn't given blood before and after delivery, but I was actually dizzy, I was shaking. They told me to rest, and the next day when the doctor came to check me, he was actually anticipating for me to bleed out because there were chances that that could happen. But God just perfected everything concerning that hemoglobin issue, and I had no cause for alarm, they had no cause for alarm, and everything was perfectly fine. So people talk about childbirth and delivery, but no one really talks about the recovery stage. Recovery for me is where the work and pain really is. Like women are trying. Men really have it easy because if your biggest problem is to provide financially for your family, then I'm sorry, that is one of the most easiest things to do because women can do it too. So recovery for me was worse than childbirth. My childbirth was just 3 hours, and recovery for me took like a whole month dealing with soreness. Now coming back home, I came back home the next day after I gave birth. I didn't even stay in the hospital at all. I gave birth today. I was home the next day, and after I gave birth, my tummy was still very big. I felt like I was 6 months pregnant. So yeah, that is how it is. My mom came and she started cooking me with hot water. I felt like a live chicken. Like she was cooking me with boiling hot water. Like I had bruises from that boiling hot water. If you're African, you know that that's how they treat women that just give birth. So all the bad blood on their body can come down. I don't even know how they do it in the Western world, but here in Africa, it is hot water and herbs. So I was cooked. I was in pain while I was being cooked. Women are trying. Like, to honestly, I feel like women are stronger than men. You cannot argue with me. You cannot. Women are stronger than men. So I was cooked for 2 weeks straight. And after 2 weeks, I started getting myself back. Then before I forget, my stitches. You see that stitch? Just imagine them sewing your VJ to the anal area. Just imagine what's gonna feel like sitting down. What's gonna feel like doing anything. That place was super uncomfortable. And with my research, I learned that you're not supposed to have any bowel movements, like go to the toilet, until after 6 days of being stitched. Guess what? My village people came for me 3 days after I gave birth. I had strong bowel movements and the urge to use the restroom was so intense. I think that urge was 200%. It was super intense. And how can I do that when that place is all sore and closed? Because I could feel like I was stitched in my anal area. So I didn't know how I was going to do that. I tried, but anytime I tried to push it out, it was super strong. I'm sorry I'm going this way, but this is life. I just have to tell you guys what life is for us women. It was it was super strong. It couldn't come out, and I could feel anytime it tries to come out, the stitch was opening. Oh my god. Ah, talking about this. Oh my god, my body is just. Oh my god, my body is. Some more of you guys watching it. Oh my god. Well, I was the one that experienced it, so it's like I am back there. Oh my god. So, in the process of doing that, my stitch got loosed in that anal area. Even the laxatives I took couldn't help. Actually, it helped a little, softened it, but my stitch got loosed and got infected. I had to be extra judicious with acid bath because normally I was doing it 6 times a day, so I doubled it because I couldn't see it. I was in pain. Being that it was infected, the pain doubled, and I was literally just lying down. I insert a clip here of me crying. Like I was crying so hard because don't worry, when you see my tears, you know what I was feeling. I was just in mad pain. So I took lots of medications, lots of antibiotics for the pain and all that. I was trying everything that could numb the pain. But it seems some of the things I was trying was even making it worse. So I just had to, leave it like that. On top of that, I had to catch flu from my husband. I was really mad. I was mad at him because I'm in pain. I'm in severe pain, and you're not. And you are giving me flu because we obviously sleep on the same bed. And when I have flu, oh my god, it's super terrible because I don't know, my flu is super terrible. So I had flu, and on top of that pain I was feeling down there, oh my god, it was as though my brain was gonna explode. I was really emotionally messed up. I was depressed with the pain and everything. I could fight my husband for no reason because I was in mad pain. Because I had flu, I had to avoid my baby for like 2 days so that he doesn't catch it, because then he was just a newborn, so I didn't want to jeopardize with his health. I got angry at every slight provocation, and that was me just emotionally messed up totally. I don't want to make this video so long, so I'm going to summarize everything that has happened with me. So let's talk about breastfeeding. The first day I gave birth, the nurses were like, have you breastfed your child? And trust me, I tried. One thing is that I didn't know how to carry my baby. That was one. I had to learn I think on the fourth day. I learned on the fourth day. It was a doctor, a male doctor, that literally taught me and my husband on how to carry my child. And after that day, I'm a very fast learner. After that day, I became a pro of carrying babies. So I couldn't carry my child on the first day, and it was really difficult for me to carry him to latch onto my boobs, so I couldn't breastfeed him at all. He took formula, and when we got home, my mom was like, breastfeed him. I tried, nothing was coming forth, there was no milk. So I did everything: pap, palm wine, tea. And I think on the fourth day, that was when I started producing breast milk, and I was super glad and happy. I had to buy breast pump. I was pumping, and after 2 weeks, I think it was after 2 weeks of breastfeeding, or a month. No, I breastfed for just a month. After a month, my breast milk ceased. I started struggling with breastfeeding, and I've struggled and struggled. I'm 3 months postpartum, and I can tell you that my baby sucked my boobs for just a month. And yeah, I think breastfeeding is not meant for me because my breast milk just ceased. And it is what it is. At least I can now go back to my skincare routine that was, I had a skincare routine that required me not to breastfeed while applying them. So now I'm so overjoyed that I can go back to this routine. And my baby does not sleep at night. Oh my god. The sleepless nights. Oh, the sleepless nights made me go mad. Like I was losing it. I was getting lean and all that. Sleepless nights, 3 months. I had 3 months of sleepless nights. He sleeps throughout the day and doesn't sleep at night, and that was really very overwhelming for me. But now, thankfully, he sleeps at night because he's 3 months old. So I guess it's kind of changing gradually. That alone, sleepless nights can make you depressed. Like most times, I really get very pissed and I just look at him so angrily. But on the second thought, he's my baby. What can I do? I just have to, sacrifice my sleep for him. So I started feeling better down there in my 3rd week after all the medications and everything. I'm talking about my stitches. Um, I I started just using warm water. I was sitting on just warm water because normally they said to sit on warm water and salt and add a bit of Dettol. So I did that until I got infected, and I was trying everything to make sure this infection goes because the pain was severe. It wasn't going. So I did my research and found out that if it's infected, you should stop applying salt and Dettol. So I stopped that, and I was using just warm water, and I increased it to a bit hot. I was using that for just another 1 week, and when it was 3 weeks, I started getting better, and 1 month, the pain disappeared. I stopped feeling pain, and after I healed, I forgot the whole pain, and it was like magic. In my head, I was like, "Where's the pain? Why can't I remember?" It's like magic. Now you know why women give birth multiple times, like lots of kids, because they forget. Yeah, they do. If not, I'm telling this story. I've forgotten what the pain feels like and everything. And I think after this video, I'm still going to forget deeply what it felt like. And when I was in pain, I was telling everyone around me that I am never going to give birth to a second child. That this child is going to be my one and only, because I can't deal. I can't deal with the pain anymore. Like I can't deal with the pain for the second time. But trust me now. Now, I take back what I said. I'm going the second time. Okay, yeah, I'm going the second time, and maybe the second time is gonna be the last. So yeah, let's talk about intimacy. Yeah, sorry, but like I said earlier on, this is life, this is reality, so we just have to be real here. Okay, so something I was really scared of was what happens down there after you've given birth. Does it like expand and become and I think lots of people get scared of this because you pushed out a whole human out of that place. And in a layman's understanding, when you push out a head out of that place, it's supposed to take the shape of the head and just remain like that, right? Well, in my case, I had 3rd-degree tear, like I said earlier on, and I got stitched to my anal area. And that place was super close. Like, it was closed. Like, anytime I put my hands down there, I was trying to look for my V hole, but just these tiny fingers could not even go in. I'm like, did they stitch everywhere? Like, where is it? Was I stitched? Like, did the doctor close everywhere? So I often asked my mom what's gonna happen when I'm healed, and her reply will be heal first. I literally thought intimacy was over, it was done for, because girl, I can't find it. I can't find the story short. Down there is one of the most elastic parts of the body. So it's designed to expand and contract back. Is God not amazing? Normally, you're not allowed to participate in sexual activities until after 6 weeks. But you see me, I get coconut head. I know the year word. I started practicing after 5 weeks. They said 6 weeks, so after 6 weeks, my own was on the fifth week. It was not even after 5 weeks. My own was on the fifth week. Me and my husband with her coconut head. And let me tell you, that place was snatched and on point. Is God not amazing? Because what? I felt like a virgin down there, like all over again. Like even my husband would testify of the goodness of God down there. It felt normal and tighter. Sorry if I'm getting more TMI. So that was my experience. So now it's so easy to lose yourself, especially when you're with a baby. So an advice I'll give anyone is seeing take care of yourself as much as you can. Because if you don't take care of yourself, it's gonna be hard taking care of your baby. And if you're married and you have a baby, it's so important not to let the baby affect your friendship relationship with your spouse. It's so easy for it to go south. Like I said earlier I was, all over the place with my emotions. So it's really, really very easy for you to go south. So just calm down, farabalẹ̀, and use your brain, okay? Also, make time for yourselves. Make time for you and your husband. It's not always about the baby, okay? The baby was supposed to be an addition and not a subtraction. You're not supposed to lose what you've built with your spouse because of a baby. It's supposed to add to what you have built. It's supposed to become a happy family. So don't say, oh, I have a baby. It's always about the baby, and you forget that you have a partner. So yeah, I think we've come to the end of this video. I hope you enjoyed it. Please don't forget to share this video to your family and friends. We need to grow, we need to expand, okay? Don't be selfish to watch this video alone. Share it to someone, okay? Please, I beg you, just click on the share button and share it to one of your friends and tell them this video will be very, very interesting. Come and watch it, okay? So we can grow. And please don't forget to give this video a thumbs up and leave a comment down below for me, because I'll be there to engage with you. Thanks for watching. Until next time, peace and love. Bye.